right, Diane Estabrook on the phone with us from Ferguson. Diane, appreciate it. Thank you. And joining us now is Jonathan Clarke. He is a former award-winning TV news reporter and writer who also does analysis for the website Politics in Color. It is good to talk to you again, Jonathan. Look, you were on with my colleague Michael Eaves earlier today, and you said that this is Michael Brown's day. How has it played out so far?
Well, Tony, I think what we're starting to see right now, and we're seeing it in real time, is this larger metamorphosis of Michael Brown from victim to cause, now really the movement. I mean, when you start hearing Michael Brown being linked with Columbine and Sandy Hook, he's something much broader, much greater than even, I think, any of us might have imagined this time last week or a couple of weeks before.
You know, Jonathan, the Reverend Al Sharpton said today that this is about fairness, and I wonder what your thoughts are on that issue of fairness as it's played out over the last 2 weeks. So where is the police report from Ferguson, and why don't we have Officer Wilson's version of what happened on August 9th? What are your thoughts on fairness?
You know, Tony, if you talk about fairness, the question is fairness according to whom? If it's fairness according to the people who were packed into that church today, all those civil rights leaders and politicians and celebrities, then it's going to mean some sort of indictment for the officer, for Officer Wilson. But if you are from Officer Wilson's camp, the people who are supporting him, fairness looks like he would get off, that the shooting would be justified. So right now, we're still in this process of sorting out what is fairness and whose side is the official keeper of fairness.
Sure, the grand jury process will play out over the next few weeks. I can't imagine this would take months. What do you think happens in this community if there is no indictment? What happens in this community if there is an indictment and no conviction?
Yeah, so, the one thing I think we really need to be careful about is to entertain this narrative that if black people don't get what they want, that they're going to go out and start rioting and tearing up their communities. I don't think we want to fall into that trap, and I think there's this undertone, because of what we've already seen in the community here, that there'll be that sort of civil unrest again. But this is sort of a lab right now. It's a bit of opening up the chemistry set and trying to figure out what goes here and what goes there. And we've never done this in this community before. And we're all as eager to figure out and find out what's going to happen as events unfold.
Short of tearing up one's own community, you would expect if there is no indictment, and if there is an indictment and no conviction, there will be a strong reaction from that community, and you would expect the movement that you alluded to earlier as taking shape here would grow in size and magnitude, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, and I think that was really the craftiest thing that particularly Reverend Al Sharpton did in his eulogy, was that he really set the table for something greater and bigger, even if things don't necessarily go or follow the legal path that many of Michael Brown supporters would hope for going forward. So I think the table is set, and we're on a certain trajectory now to see something big come of this in a sort of social mobilization that we may not have seen for quite some time.
Yeah, Jonathan, appreciate it. Jonathan Clarke, he is a former award-winning TV news reporter and a writer. Pleasure to talk to you again, Jonathan.
Good to see you again.
Yeah. Meanwhile, today was the first day